This is American Girl by Tom Petty. Don't let that fast tempo scare you away. In this lesson, we'll slow it down a bit, and I'll show you how to sound great, moving from a beginner to a more advanced strum pattern. We also get a cool little riff to learn at the end. Welcome back to Relax Learn Guitar. I'm Kevin, and this is Maggie May. Big Tom Petty fan. There you go. My wife Vicky's behind the camera.
Hello.
Let's get started. Let's start at the beginning. That's the most obvious. We got a cool little D. You can play a D chord here. We're going to also play more of what they do on the record is more of a D octave. So we're playing with our index finger here on the 3rd string 7th fret, and our pinky all the way up here on the 1st string 10th fret. The 2nd string we're going to actually mute on purpose with the fat part of our index finger, so that note's not going to ring out. And you can also play the 4th string, so you have 4th string open, 3rd string 7th fret, muted 2nd string, 1st string 10th fret, and you have this kind of iconic opening. Actually, it starts like this. Like I said, a very fast song. Don't let this intimidate you. We're going to break it down here into manageable parts. And let's start with just playing this D chord so I can show you kind of how we're going to strum this. It's going to be continuous down-up strumming. Actually, you don't need to even fret a chord. Just mute your strings and be doing some down-ups here. The key to this is a couple of things. You want to have a light touch. You're not digging into the strings. You're lightly strumming over them. Your pick can be held pretty lightly. Obviously, you don't want it to fly away. That's probably like the biggest challenge with this little technique here, because you are doing some very light, and the movement is in your wrist. It is not in your elbow or your arm. It's much more subtle. Now, the key to this is we're going to be accenting a couple of these strums to get that kind of pattern going. So what you can kind of get stuck in your head, and believe me, if you stick with this, it will. It's a down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. The reason we need a light touch is if you're playing too heavy, it's going to be harder to hear those accented strums. So you want a light touch so you can make those accents stand out. I'm slowing it way down. Down, up, down, down, down. If you like this lesson so far, be sure and click that like button. It would help us out and we'd really appreciate it. But my hand is not stopping. The strums are continuous. I actually got a lesson on how to kind of get better at that, which makes a big difference in your rhythm. You can check that out here when you're finished with this lesson. And I'm tackling this song as more of a kind of solo version. If you're playing this song alone, it's going to sound great on the acoustic. You could also play it this way on the electric. This is more so like the campfire version of this song, which we'll get into here. So after that intro, the chords for the verse and the progression is going to be a D, an E, a G, and an A. And to start out, we're going to kind of start with a strong foundation and build our way up when it comes to strumming this song. To learn 3 great classic rock songs on the guitar, check out the link in the description below for my free resource. We've got the lyrics, the tablature, the chord charts, everything you need to play some great rock songs on the guitar. Kind of level 1 pattern here. The chord progression, like I said, is D, E, G, A. Just do 3 down strums on each chord. Pause. 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 So that verse is more like the was an American girl, G 3 times, A 3 times, back to D. she couldn't help E, but there was G, little A, where else? So stick to that. And that's the verse. Then we get into the pre-chorus, and we're going to play that A chord. Same, stick to the 3 down strums here. After all, it was a D big world. G, lots of places to E minor. So in this pre-chorus, we're going to add a new chord here. It's the E minor chord. And then back to the A. And he hangs on there for 4 strum patterns. Then we get to the chorus, and we're going to add a B minor chord in the chorus for 1 strum pattern. Play that as a bar chord if you're there. If not, you can play it this way, where you're just using your index finger on that 1st string, 2nd fret. And the chorus starts on the G. It's the oh yeah, alright, that part. Oh yeah, alright, D. Take it easy, baby. Then there's the B minor. Make it last all night. Then G, A, back to the intro. So we've kind of got the foundation built for our little house here, or a song. And now we're going to head to the second story, or the first story of the house. So we've got those down strums. We're going to add an up, down, up to the end of that strum pattern. So on that D, it would sound like this. Down, 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 up, down, up. So get really used to that. We're going to do, so that becomes the 1 strum pattern there. And then each of the chords are going to get 1 strum pattern, with the exception of that A chord a couple of times. I think the best thing is for you to just kind of grab your guitar, and I'll slow it down, kind of play along with me here with this kind of 2nd level, and follow the words and the chords here on the screen. So each of the chords get 1 strum pattern. We're going to start on that D, and this is the 1st verse. So we have down, 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 up, E, G, A. That gets repeated. I'll slow down a little bit. To the pre-chorus, so we play that A again. D. Gotta walk up there, we'll get back to that. Then an E minor. Then that A, 4 patterns. Na, na, na. Into the chorus, G, A, D, B minor, G, A, intro. Or got a cool little walking to do here. So we're going to go on that pre-chorus, the A to D. We're going to walk up from that D to the G by doing all this on the 6th string. 6th string open, 6th string 2nd fret, 6th string 3rd fret to that G. So to stick with our analogy, we've got that foundation strum pattern. We're just going to concentrate on the verse here. We built the first story. Now we're going to skip the rest of the stories, and we're going to the penthouse. So this is the kind of, like I said, there's a lot going on in this song, several different guitar parts. I like this version, playing solo and having someone else can sing or whatever. But I think it's a good campfire version compromise. And we're going to do this. I don't know if that sounds familiar to you at all. It should look familiar. We're going back to the very first pattern we used at the beginning of this lesson for that intro. and we're applying that to the entire song. So here on this chord progression for the verse, the thing to put your most effort into is keeping this down, up, steady, relaxed, and light, so we can get those accents in. If you don't have that light touch, like I said, the accents don't show up as much. Don't really get caught up on having to play all those in-betweens the perfect way. Like if you miss a down or an up strum somewhere because you're kind of keeping it light and your pick comes all the way off your strings for a bit, don't freak out about that. The main thing is to remember the down, up, down, down, down. Then we had a cool little bonus part here. There's a lot of very neat solo guitar work happening in here. I think this particular section here sounds good in this version. So this is toward the end of the song. We're just doing some palm muting a little bit with our palm here resting on our strings. This is happening on the 6th string primarily. We're going 3rd fret 3 times. So 3, 3, 3. Then we do a quick 3, 4, 5. 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 5. Then a 5, 5. And that other 5, I would use my index finger here, or use your index finger here, onto the 5th string, 5th fret. The reason we're doing that is the next little part here is a quick hammer on here. We're going to have our index finger here on the 3rd string, 5th fret. We're going to play that note, and while it's ringing out, oh, that was bad. And while that note's ringing out, we're hammering with our middle finger down onto the 6th fret of the string and our ring finger landing here at the end on the 7th fret of the string. Add that one to your set list. Take it slow. Build that house until it's nice and strong. To check out another lesson I've got for you on getting much better at rhythm and timing, check out this lesson next. And I've also got some song lessons here, some nice rock song lessons to use those rhythms in. Remember that Vicky and Maggie and I appreciate your views, your support here on YouTube. We are having a blast with it. We'll see you for the next lesson. Remember, you're never too old to learn.
Right here.